The children will grow. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Set. 19. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Here we go. Here we go.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
This is Elliott. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Flushed out right. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Good set. 19. 6. 29. Here we go. 5, 6.
From the 50, it's Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Elliott. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. Well, using Zeke Elliott in the passing game, that's something Cowboy fans are getting used to. Last year, 77 receptions, and you think back to his rookie season, he had 32 and then 26 his second year, but he's really on the uptick. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Ryan Anderson showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Elliott. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 31-yard line.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. This is Cobb with a catch right side. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Elliott. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. The quick slant caught. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Rush in.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Here's Watson, eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. But now it's third and goal. This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now third and goal. Out of the gun, Watson. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Haskins and the Redskins come up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. This is Chris Thompson in his 7th season now as a Redskin. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now it's Haskins. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
We want it. Come on.
Haskins back to the air. And that is incomplete.
The pass on 3rd down. Intended for Torrey Smith. Incomplete.
So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab.
Complete to Kenny Stills. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cobb. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 13, it's a first down. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. Faking the give. Now Watson. Incomplete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Watson, off play action. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, it's Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins, and he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson, he's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Going deep here for Stills. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Watson. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again is Watson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Steps away to his left. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. He sets to fire deep. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 39 that time. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Haskins to throw it. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
On 2nd down now, it's Thompson. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. And with just 1 second remaining in the 1st half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And Hopkins' kick is good. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. On the ground, it's Geis. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Jalen Smith, who took a huge step forward last year, in on the tackle for Dallas. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you've got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
It's a 69-yard punt, 69 yards, wow. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's Pollard again. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
In your face.
From the red zone now, Watson escaping the pressure right. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
What is that? 19. What's the mic? Watch me. 25. Here we go.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Now the extra point. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard
line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. On first down, it's Haskins. Pass incomplete.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well to get a few stops.
What's going on, Tom?
Mike 56, Mike 53.
On first and 10, it's Haskins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it
well, you got the
continues.
Vikings,
These
right?
receivers just not able to get much separation.
Oh, yeah.
So
They ain't good for
to
none
win
with the
50-50
defense.
balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Watch twit. Watch.
Second and 10 now. Haskins. And it's caught.
That
on
ain't
the
no
right
good. I don't
side
know
of
why you
Smith.
did that.
11 yards there, first down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just...
I mean, shit, you might develop them, but it's going to take a minute.
Coming from Adrian Claiborne.
Didn't you put a trade on Kirk Cousins?
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Another try after the first down sack. Haskins. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Yeah. I miss my damn field goal.
It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith.
Yeah.
And he may want to track down that football because that's interception.
My stream up right now.
On his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back seven on defense, that's part of your job. Finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And it's Reuben Foster.
Yeah, I tried to watch a few niggas on Twitch, but it always like glitch out on me. Like it play for like 2 minutes, and that whole like just glitch out. Like it just stopped working. So that's why I told. I mean, I don't care what y'all stream on. I was just like when playoffs come stream it on YouTube. Yeah. Oh, get out, Zeke.
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 69 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Who got
right
the?
down the
Oh
middle. And the decision
yeah,
to just kick the
my
extra
partner.
point winds up
I gave him
successful.
He traded Watson because he had signed Andrew Luck off free agency.
The kickoff unit is out
So
on the field.
I was like, shit, let me get Watson because you know Watson
away.
got that little shit behind the line. That nigga jet out.
This is taken at the 3.
Yeah, I would have kept Dak, but Dak,
Nice
that nigga take off too slow,
here
man.
at the 30-yard line.
So like
The offense back out there at the line.
I wish you would have told me about the quarterback at one point, nigga. I had Dak and Watson.
Not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL,
Who I traded Dak to? I traded that nigga to Atlanta.
That's quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run.
But I watched him. He wasn't even using Dak against you, was he?
They've got to get their timing back.
Geis with a carry on second
I
down.
try to make a play for
gain of just
Aaron
a
Ron
yard,
or something.
but it's a
But
first down.
I can't play with no
Second and inches is
no
oftentimes
pocket quarterback.
an
I gotta have
invitation for an
mobile.
offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are. Stay with who you know.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Yeah, I can't do
Picked
it.
off at the 46. And they
I think
will
dude
set
with
up
Carolina
shop
on her
at
traded
their
Cam
46-yard line. Back now
LA.
at FedEx Field.
LA.
Set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when
he ain't got nothing for me though.
Phil. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But
I don't want shit from New Orleans. I thought pick. That's my fault.
Picked off at the 47.
That's on
There
me.
he goes, right side. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for Redskins touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think
I know in one of my
go
leagues,
don't you go into your
I think it was at first when we had Ready for War. I had that nigga behind Carson Wentz, but I hardly ever used him. I kind of just wanted to develop him because he got that speed a little bit. And Wentz, I mean, I think Wentz speed up there, but that nigga still slow.
Good luck to them.
So I was like, I'm gonna go get Daniel Jones.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
It just depends on how you want to build that squad. This league gonna go on for a minute. You might have to give up some top niggas for them linemen.
They can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Oh, yeah, you straight then. Yeah. Then I gave you Connor Williams, too.
First down, and it's Pollard again.
Yeah.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Yeah, shit. That nigga with the Steelers.
On second down.
That ain't no face. The nigga with the Steelers in here. I know in the last one he had the Panthers. He hit me up a few times like, man, I'm gonna have to tank, bro.
That one right there.
You got shit.
Forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got this down.
Yeah, I watched it against the Falcons. I was like, damn, that nigga just ain't got no offense.
And that's going to make it fourth down.
And then it ain't, I mean, niggas can say what they want. I don't give a damn what play style you want to play on, whatever. It's not no answer for Julio, bro.
On the midfield logo, it's a 58-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there.
You have to double that nigga like every time.
That's it. Their score, not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Yes, sir.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's Desmond Trufant.
Yeah, he missed. I should have pushed it down, though.
And this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
The trade we had was for Dak. I gave him Dak. Pretty much just Dak to Trufant straight up. Because he was going to give me Matt Ryan for
Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Looking deep in the direction, and that's caught.
That nigga caught that bitch.
A big play.
I was going to give him Dak, and he was going to give me Matt Ryan and Trufant. Because I was like, what you need Matt Ryan for still? So I was pretty much going to use Matt Ryan for more trade, but he ended up keeping him.
As they're able to get this forward for about 4. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Watson now off the play fake.
Yeah.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Yeah. That nigga was straight.
His first touchdown
of the
new season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't
I'm pretty sure some. Let me see who the only QB teams left. I mean CPU.
He gets a chance to get into
I
the end
know it's
zone
the
as well.
Colts. You might do better. I was going to get Jacoby Brissett on the cool. I know the Colts, the CPU team, the Lions. They got Matt Stafford, the Raiders, and there's one more team.
We'll see if they can do better.
Colts, Lions, Raiders, and
after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play.
Giants. Well, you got, boy. I mean, them 3 teams got a better quarterback than what you got right now. So.
Haskins.
Well, they did throw interceptions on the
Derek
last 2
Carr,
drives.
Jacoby Brissett, and Matthew
They
Stafford.
decided to start it with a running play.
I know Brissett. I know he ain't no Lamar Jackson or no Deshaun Watson, but he can move a little bit.
Come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete
them niggas all
pass.
better than what you got.
Shotgun handoff to Thompson, and they'll get him down.
I wanted to put that trade on Jalen Smith, but I know if I clown with him for a few games, he's going to develop on his own.
Slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Here's Haskins to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there.
My line tough, but I got Von Miller and
Lawrence.
Marcus
Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Yeah, my secondary pretty much legit too. I'm good.
On first down.
I tried to get digs off of you, but I don't have much to really offer people because anybody that come my way be like, I want your O-line. I'm not giving up none of my O-line. Yeah.
They'll keep it on the ground.
Shit, they was one of the main reasons I went to Dallas. Other than that's my squad in real life, but I ain't giving up my O-line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing.
Niggas, I think I had hit my kinfolk because my kinfolk got the Chiefs. I tried to get McCole Hardman and Juan Thornhill. That nigga was like, let me get Zeke, Tyron Smith, Zach Martin, and Trevor. I was like, hey, man. Nah,
so the
man.
Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's got Kyle Rudolph.
I was going to shoot a clock on this nigga, but he had scored, so I was like, probably don't want me to shoot the clock.
Now Elliott. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at
you got a hell of an offense, though. That's the thing about it. You got Thielen, Diggs, Cooks. And then you got that defense. It's just your O-line.
Enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee
and you was playing Well, the Packers got that defense, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Come on, so, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times.
That might be what that was.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles.
It's crazy because that nigga was a free agent before the I think like the first league I opened, he was a free agent.
But guess who's smiling?
Packers just signed that nigga before the year started, I believe.
24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants him to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
You messing with that 2K?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've lost
bro,
this one.
rough,
Their
bro.
offense is struggled.
I'm on there, but
do they try to put together
niggas already on their usual cheese.
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here.
But shit, whoever them niggas be like LD2K, them niggas said,
get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say,
he caught that?
Complete. A very nice pickup of 33
that nigga said,
so how about that for
like pretty much all them niggas who did that shit gonna get banned.
40 now for 1st and 10. He's got it complete to Thompson. And we will get a timeout.
You see that catch a nigga made?
2 ticks left.
That's ridiculous.
So out comes a field goal team.
And then I do know old boy Kyle.
From the right hash and call it an
I remember that nigga. I had to be earning that nigga out.
And that will wind up just
I had to get on that nigga ass though. He came in this bitch trying to run all them YouTube plays. Bro, them ain't no YouTube play. I said, bro, Kyle, bro, come on.
It's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking
I remember. They curly hair.
But feel great about themselves, can they?
Yeah, I remember that.
I mean, what a game to put up that number of points.
Yeah, I think we done ran like 8 games.